I need a drink.
Big smile.
We write together for a quarter of a century, and the first show he writes with someone else is gonna be the biggest hit he ever had. Am I bitter, Larry? Yes.
The new film Blue Moon, directed by Richard Linklater, transports audiences to the Broadway opening night of Oklahoma back in 1943. It's the end of the songwriting team of Richard Rodgers and Lorenz Hart, and the beginning of famous duo Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein. Ethan Hawke plays Hart, Andrew Scott plays Rodgers, and Bobby Cannavale is serving up drinks at the theater hotspot Sardi's.
What I loved most about this film is we're getting a little slice of the New York City theater scene on the big screen. You guys are all Broadway actors, theater actors in your own right. What was it like being able to do that and bring this world, your world, to the big screen?
I think it's part of what turned all of us on, is to make cinema about the theater. Richard Linklater, when I was a kid, gave me Bresson's notes on a cinematographer. I mean, he's not obsessed with the theater. He's obsessed with movies and what the form of cinema can be. And that book is all about how cinema needs to break free from the theater, that the theater is built on literature, and that cinema was trapped in the theater and needed to be its own art form. So I've been working with this guy for a long time, but he also loves the theater. And so he's trying to integrate cinema and theater in a way that I think is revolutionary.
Together, Lorenz Hart and Richard Rodgers composed tunes like Blue Moon, The Lady is a Tramp, My Funny Valentine, and more.
Your work is brilliant. That's not the problem.
No, I'm not drinking with you, Larry.
Their partnership ended as Hart's struggles with alcoholism and depression made him increasingly unreliable.
Unemployable.
Richard Rodgers would go on to partner up with Oscar Hammerstein II, and together they became the force behind hit shows like Oklahoma, Carousel, South Pacific, The King and I, and The Sound of Music.
I just think it's very important to just see the human being behind these great works of art, and it's so much a story about friendship, and creative friendship particularly. And there's so many of them exist, and I was very excited to be able to authentically tell a story on a night like that.
In the film, Ethan Hawke never leaves the screen, and he transforms himself into Hart, who barely stood 5 feet tall.
It's a business. That's all.
I really felt like this job was asking me to use a lot of tools. Like every tool I had could be of use. Whether it's on my hair and makeup, body movement, speech, characterization, obviously, the language, everything was needed. I was coming up against the wall of my talent, you know, and I felt that way all the time.
Most of the action in the film takes place at Sardi's, a beloved watering hole still to this day for the New York theater crowd.
Bobby, you show up on set, you see the bar at Sardi's, your bar. Obviously, very much a theater haunt. What was it like, getting to play in that space, in that element?
Yeah, really wonderful, To your point, there's the three of us here. We've all got experience in the theater. Ethan and I have done plays together. We've hung out at Sardi's many times. We were there last night. And yeah, there have been so many important evenings at that bar, and it's a real tribute to that atmosphere to be able to get to play it. The only thing I do regret is that we didn't get to go behind the bar. Remember that night that we were there? I remember thinking, like, gosh, why didn't I ask the bartender if I could go behind the bar there? Certainly he would have. Surely he would have let me go behind the bar. Every time I go there, they're like, "Do you want to sit underneath your portrait?" I'm like, "Why didn't I ask them if I could go?"
When we were going there, that's what you said you were going to do, and then we forgot to do it
because we were drinking.
Yeah, that's the problem. And Patty LaPone showed up, and then we got
showed up,
and then the party started, right?
Yeah, then the party started.
It's really striking. Are you and she?
Oh no. I mean, I'm in love with her, but everybody's in love with her.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more premiere theater coverage and exclusive interviews, click the subscribe button. You can also download the Spectrum News app or watch us on TV for the latest information, balanced coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you there.